All right, so I'm gonna give you a signal. We're gonna be starting. Audience, please give your full attention.
In 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted, including the 12th right, the right to privacy. Many years later, this right was almost forgotten in the digital world. The general population has been doing more online shopping, banking, gaming, and browsing than ever. So to keep up with all of our online needs, companies need to make money. This is where data comes into play. Every time we make a Google search, visit a website, use our smart home devices, or any other online task that requires the internet, our personal data is stored. Big companies, most notable those Google, Facebook, and Amazon, are using your data to make money. Your data is worth money, not a lot by yourself, but put together, the price of data adds up. So to keep up with competition and make money, companies will store, sell, and personalize things with your data. By selling your data to other organizations, companies make money. By storing and personalizing data, companies know what subjects interest you, and they will tailor personalized ads to try to get you to buy more. Picture this. You just got a puppy and you've had it for about a week. All of a sudden, you start seeing ads on your phone for puppy products. You've never went shopping for any of these items, so why are these ads popping up? Your data is why. This may not seem like a problem. You can get ads that can actually help you, and you never really say or know anything that important on the internet. This is a problem though, and is often overlooked by people who think I have nothing to hide, and people who do not think of the situation that they are in. Here's an example to understand the common misconception that we are safe. If you are in a quiet doctor's waiting room or even a full but quiet classroom, you might, though we've all been around those who don't, wait to make a call to a friend. That discretion might fade away, however, in a noisy classroom or waiting room. In such places, you know that people can still hear you, but you're relying on another mechanism to protect your privacy: obscurity. Privacy by obscurity, as Woodrow Hartzog and Evan Selinger have written, is the idea that when information is hard to obtain or understand, it is to some degree safe. So people think that if their data is hard to understand and hard to view yourself, it is safe, but it is not. If people were to actually put in 5 or 10 minutes, it would be crazy to see how much about you is shared to company. With digital privacy, you can store data, conversations, anything really. In real life, like the example that I just provided, you usually won't remember what the person sitting next to you is talking about when you wake up the next day. But when companies store your data, they have whatever you were searching up until they don't want it anymore. It does not get forgotten the next day, or it is not muffled by others talking. Amazon employees know what you are talking about and everything that you say. Google knows where you live, everything in your emails, your search history, and everything in between. And Facebook will sell your private data without even telling you. And those are really only the most popular examples. It would be really crazy to think of all the other apps that are storing and selling your data. So now that we know what the problem is, who's trying to fix this problem? Well, many governments have tried and are trying to fix this problem. Some have worked, but many are not. Let's start with the United States. In October of 2017, the United States Federal Communications Commission created new rules that would require internet service providers, for example Xfinity or Comcast, to obtain customer approval before selling their browsing data. The rules, in their final form, were set to take effect near the end of 2017. However, a bill not to use these new rules was passed by the Republican-dominated Congress of March 2017 and was signed into laws by then-new President Donald Trump. Their appeal for not using the FCC rules left by the internet service providers to collect and spread consumer data. Their appeal for not using any of the FCC rules left the internet service providers to collect and spread consumer data almost freely. As you can see, passing data laws are hard, and those rules were ready to be put out, but people just did not seem to want them. In Europe, however, they were more successful in passing privacy laws. The General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, are the strongest data protection laws in the world. They were designed to modernize previous laws that were created way back in the 1990s. The GDPR helps individuals keep their information private while making sure big companies can't and won't access it. These laws provide more concrete rules that are more easier to understand and almost no workarounds. This was passed May 25th of 2018. So the United States doesn't have very strong data privacy rules, so what can we do to protect our online presence? Let's start with browsing data, such as cookies. A cookie is a piece of data that is stored on your computer when a site is accessed and then later retrieved by a site. Cookies often track a user's browser history, account details, form entries, and other things. While some types of cookies are necessary for web browsers to function, like saving important passwords, their use has raised concerns about violation of privacy. Third-party cookies are cookies that web pages will install on your computer. Often, these cookies will abuse your personal data. One common type of third-party cookie is a tracking cookie. Cookies like these maintain a record of a user's browser history, which companies may use to gather data to more precisely target advertisements. Use of these type of cookies have raised many concerns among users who do not want companies to be able to monitor their online habits. Clearing your browsing data will also make it harder for companies to use your data. There are also certain tricks to know what mailing lists have your email and how to unsubscribe from them. So you can now see that online companies need money, and to do that, they may illegally violate your right to privacy. We know that countries are working to solve this issue, and you know a little more about privacy. You can also use simple ways to protect yourself and keep your online presence safe. So don't get me wrong, I love these companies. Google, Amazon, Facebook, they are major conveniences. I don't want you to think that you have to give up the internet. I just want you to be aware of what's happening. So think twice before you spend that money on a smart home assistant or allow a website to access a cookie. And remember, companies do not care who you are or what you do, because to them, data is data. Also, I made pamphlets on how to protect your data with Google, so you can come up and get those.
We're gonna pass them out.